the new. This is part 3 of the Godzilla. Let's wait. Is this Godzilla FNAF Let's Play? Yeah, it is. Godzilla. This is the FNAF Let's Play. I think it's part 3. Yeah. So this is how you beat the. This isn't the third part of how you beat the FNAF game. There's still the doors. You gotta close the doors. And closing the doors is like you gotta have to close the doors to like stop the people from trying to kill you. Because if you don't close the door, then they're gonna probably they're gonna try to kill you actually, which is just a bit crazy. So that was the warm-up round. That one doesn't even count because it was a warm-up. Okay, so how you do it, right, is I watch the TV and I also have to flip the TV open to watch it. Because watching TV is kind of important to society. Also, so I have to watch the TV, but also make sure the doors don't get too wild. Because if there's too many doors, things can get kind of crazy. 3 doors is already a lot. So imagine if 4 doors I had to deal with. 4 doors would be a lot of doors. And I think 3 doors is already like, it's already getting into the crazy, absolutely crazy territory. If there's 3 doors. I don't even have 3 doors in the house. I'm kind of known as the guy who has doors. This is the blind part, so if you don't watch the TV, then the guy will make you blind if you don't watch it. So you have to watch the TV and you also have to watch this Let's Play of how to beat it. Because this is the tutorial for how to win this game. So okay, this time I gotta watch the TVs, I think. And I have to watch them to make sure they don't kill me. Because they don't like to watch TV. Like at all. I like to watch TV. I watch Teen Titans Go a lot. It's actually a pretty good show. And I also watched this, I don't know if you've heard this, it's called Rick and Morty. It's kind of crazy. It's about this guy, he's like a scientist guy, but he's also like he's like the genius guy. And he has to find the evil Rick and kill him. His name, the scientist guy is Rick. And then there's his sidekick, Morty. Morty's he's a bit, let's just say Morty's a bit of a goofball. And yeah, definitely not as smart compared to the scientist guy, let's just say that. Because the scientist guy is like a genius. I'm kind of like Rick. Rick also has, I think there's like a story about how he's a scientist, but I'm not a scientist, so I don't really know much about being a scientist because I haven't tried it out. But I know that Rick is pretty well known in the community, in the scientist community. A lot of people look up to Rick for they need inspiration for their experiments that they do. And the experiments are kind of important. Because if you don't do the experiments, that means you're not a real scientist person. But Rick and Morty is a pretty influential show for the scientist community. Everyone in that community always talks about, oh, I'm just like Rick, because I also do science stuff, but I'm not really like the scientist Rick, more like the normal crazy loner Rick. Yeah, I'm kind of like a lone wolf guy. That's what they. So I'm basically like Rick. Cause Rick also he makes jokes in crazy situations, and I'm also kind of crazy like that. So, like right now, I gotta like survive, but also be like, hey, why'd the chicken cross the road? And then the animatronics are like, I'm gonna eat you. And my response is to get to the other side. And then they're like, what? Look at this goofball. So I'm basically, maybe I'm more like the Morty. Because Morty's a bit wacky, let's just say. He gets up to some stuff. Like Morty's like, I'm Morty and I'm also friends with Rick because he's Morty. And Morty is friends with Rick from, I mean, it's kind of in the name, so you'd think they'd be friends. And Rick is also like an unk person. So in the show, Rick is like a scientist, which is kind of important to the story of that show. That was me telling. Okay, so that's part of the tutorial. You have to know about the story of Rick and Morty in order to beat this fnaf game. It's really easy though, but I'm just kind of warming up a bit. You know how it be. So this is like the part where this is like part. Wait, this is part 1? No, I already did a part, so it's part 2. Wait, I already did part 2. This is part 3. How am I so wacky? Okay, so now that it's part 3, so now it's part 3. Part 3 is the final part. Everyone knows that part 3 has gotta be, because if you watch like Star Wars, there's only 3 parts to it, and all the good movies have 3. Like The Matrix has 3 movies. Star Trek also is a trilogy, and then there's all the Hulk movies. Because I think there's 3 different Hulk movies, which is kind of a lot of movies. There's one Hulk movie for every door in this game. That's kind of crazy. So I mean, the left door is the 2003 Hulk movie. And the middle one is the 2008 one with Edward Norton as the Hulk. I don't know how he did that transformation into the Hulk, but it's kind of crazy. And then part 3 is the new one with the Red Hulk. There's also the She-Hulk TV show. I guess She-Hulk TV show is like the cameras, because everyone watches it and thinks it's pretty good. Except for me, I'm kind of different like that, and I don't think She-Hulk was very good actually. I think they messed up some of the writing in the She-Hulk franchise. I mean the show. So in the She-Hulk, okay, so in this is the part 1 of the tutorial. This is how to beat the fnaf easiest mode. Okay, so there's cameras and wait, what's the other thing? There's cameras and doors that you have to watch. So you look at the camera, right? And looking at the camera summons these minerinas that will give you power. They give you mental. If you don't have the minerinas in time, then it gives you a debuff, like your brain can't even see. So you have to get them as soon as possible. You get them with the cameras. I'm not telling you how though. You can figure that out. And then the next part is there's Yendo. He likes TV, so you just gotta make sure you go to camera 4, and then you make sure that you go to camera 4 and make sure that Yendo's happy and watching his TV. And then there's the Biddy Bab. He's in the middle door actually. I don't know why there's 3 doors. Like why would you even have a door there? So he's a baby. I'm not telling you how to deal with him, you can figure it out. And then there's the singing one who likes to sing and dance. I don't really want to tell you how the mechanic of her works. Just know it's something related. There's music in this game, and she's kind of part of the music. So when there's music, you have to whenever there's music, you have to play the music box camera 2 in order to satisfy the. Actually, wait, it's not in camera 2. I got confused. It's in camera 7. Yeah. In camera 6, you gotta change the tune every hour in order to beat the singing limit. Because if you don't change the tune, she will not be satisfied with the song choice you have done, and then she will kill you. Okay, now there is the tune change. I just did it, and now she's satisfied. So, and then the next part is the TV guy. He's just playing we're just watching. So we're basically watching TV, and then there's the guy on the TV. All you have to do is watch the TV. Watching the TV is easy because you just gotta turn it on. And then the TV guy is kind of just done for. I don't know what they were thinking with that mechanic, because all you have to do is turn on the TV. That's just stupid. In real life, I don't have any enemies that are dealt by turning on the TV. All my enemies have missiles and explosions. Because I make too good of Let's Plays, so there's kind of a lot of people after me. So, okay, this is part... Wait, which part is this? I think this is part 4? No, this is part 3 of the Let's Play. Part 3 is the winning part. Part 3 is when I do part 3 is the 3rd part of the series. There might even be a part 4, but there's part 4, it might even not be that good. I mean, it will be good because all my Let's Plays are good, but you know, there's normally only 3 movies, and like The Godfather, and then the movies get progressively better over time. Like with the Matrix trilogy, because you got Matrix 1, where you choose between the red pill or the blue pill, and then Matrix 2, where there's the guy in sunglasses, and he's like, "Hello, Mr. Steve, we have to kill you." So then you go beast mode in the second movie and beat a bunch of people up. But then in the third movie, that's when it gets crazy. In the third movie, they are in the Matrix, but the Matrix turns out to be like, it's not even real this whole time. And I was like, what? Oh yeah, spoilers for the Matrix 3, by the way. So the whole time, the Matrix was like a computer thing, but in the first and second movie, you don't even know that unless you watch the third one. And there's all the clues. Like in the first movie, there's a clue that could like tell you that it's not even real. It's like a reality thing. So then and then in the third one, you figure out that it's actually the Matrix is like a simulation. And then I was like, what the heck? Because normally there's not many simulations in real life, to be honest. There's maybe 1 or 2. I guess there's video games, but video games they're kind of crazy. I don't know if I'm kind of a gamer, so I'm in the know about games. Like the new Roblox. There's this new Roblox game, it's called Grow Garden. If you've ever watched, if you have a garden, I think you know how to grow it, but this Roblox game, it's kind of just like a real garden. So, a garden so a garden is like this thing where you like, a garden is like this thing where there's plants in it, and plants are pretty, plants are like good news basically, because if you have plants and you can eat the fruit of, okay, this is part, wait, part, no, this is part 3. Okay, so this is how you beat it. So, for this game, there's the talking guy. If he talks about pizza pie, then you close the right door. If he talks about spaghetti, then you close the left door. Really an easy mechanic, because if there's spaghetti, spaghetti the left door. No, spaghetti's the right door. So if you listen out for the spaghetti tune, that time I thought there was spaghetti, not pizza pie. Cause of lag. Also, you have to turn on the TV. So, watching TV, it gives you oxygen. Because it gives you dopamine in the brain, and you need dopamine to give you oxygen. So if you don't watch enough TV, you'll see the oxygen bars are down. But I'm kind of a pro, so the oxygen, I'm kind of a pro at watching TV, so it's no biggie for me. So watching TV is it's kind of easy in this game. You just push a button. I'm not telling you how you open the TV, but so there's a TV button, but I'm not telling you what it is because you won't even figure it out because you're new. So with the TV button, you click the button and it opens the TV. By watching the TV, you can watch the people. You gotta watch Yendo in camera 4. You're gonna steal your dopamine or light because it's like you lose oxygen because if you don't watch him in the camera 4, then he'll take away all of the oxygen, which you kind of need that to survive. Unless you're a robot, I guess. But I'm not a robot, so oxygen is pretty important to me. Kind of need it to survive. I think most people do, actually. I don't know if that's a hot take, but okay, it's actually not that hot of a take. I think most people would agree that oxygen is pretty important, especially to Let's Plays. If you don't have oxygen, how are you gonna watch Let's Plays? You can't. And yeah, you ain't actually gonna watch my Let's Play, which is, I think this is, I don't know what part of the Let's Play this is actually. I think it's part 3 of the Let's Play. Wait, no, this is part, I think it's part 3. Yeah, this is part 3 of the Let's Play. Okay, so now that we're in the part 3 of the Let's Play, you can see that this is basically the best. This is like the best tutorial out there that gives you no nonsense about how to beat this new FNAF game. Okay, it's not new. I pulled a prank. If you watch part 1, you know about all the pranks I pulled. Okay, that was another prank. So in this game, there's doors and TV. The doors give you power. If you get to 0 power, then that means you don't have any more TV. You need to watch TV to keep Yendo at bay. Because Yendo is the biggest hurdle that newcomers have to get over, is having to watch Yendo every 5-second interval. If you don't watch Yendo, that means there's a chance he'll move. There's like 75% chance every 5 seconds. So that means, but you just have to check him once every 5 seconds. It's really easy. And since you have to, so every 5 seconds you're looking at Yendo and you're thinking, why is he even in this game? Oh, probably because he's the main character of the series. And then most people don't even know that, but he's actually pretty important to the lore. Okay, so in this lore there's robots. There's one robot who's green in one of the games, but he's not important. So there's robots, and this guy, his name is like it's a name. So he builds the robots to kill 18 30-year-old people in order to build this ritual. And the ritual is how he made the robot. So he made the robot to do the ritual. And then, actually that story doesn't make sense, because if he's using the ritual to make the robots, then, but he made robots to do the ritual, so kind of a big plot hole, actually. Whoever made this game doesn't know how to make good stories or good gameplay, because all you do is just close doors and watch TV. I mean, I can watch, in real life I watch TV, but I don't really close doors this much. And I don't know why we have to turn off the TV, but just keep it on. In real life I don't rapidly turn off my TV, but most people do. I just don't think rapidly turning off the TV does anything good, actually, because if you just keep it on, you can just watch. That's a bit of an insider tip. But yeah, whoever made this game is probably a normie and doesn't know. You can just keep the TV playing your favorite show so you don't miss parts of it by turning it off. I don't know where this... Okay, so This is part. This is part 3 of the Let's Play, I think. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, this is part 3 of how the tutorial guide for this game. It's a pretty easy game. All you have to do is watch TV indoors, which, okay, this is a hot take. I don't think people should be closing doors this much. That's how you get them squeaky. Because there's just no point to doing that, really. Even though they're just buttons, it's also a, like, work hazard. Because, you're closing them so rapidly. But what if it just, like, closes and that would hurt? So I feel like they should probably just redesign it so it doesn't do that. So so the doors, what if they just like close and then they could stay closed? Because I'm thinking if you don't have to open them, then they won't get squeaky. So what you do is so my plan is I make a door, except the door is actually always closed, so that means you don't have to open it. So that means that that's the biggest problem with doors is you waste so much time opening them. And there's really just no need for that. I could just keep them closed all the time and it wouldn't be a big deal. In real life, I have a door and I actually keep it closed. Most people don't do that, but I'm different from the rest of the pack. So I've always been kind of the popular loner at school, and then but since I was the popular loner, there would be all these people who are like, oh, you're so cool, but also you're so how are you so popular and lonely? And I'm like, it's just my thing. Okay, so I have to watch the TV more in this game. Wait. Oh, I get it. You have to watch the TVs and the doors at the same time. In real life, you can't watch TVs and doors. That's too much stuff at once. Too many doors to handle. Because 3 doors, like, why would you implement 3 doors in your house? Like, that's just strange to me. I would rather have 1 door than 3 doors. Because 1 door means you only have to worry about 1 entrance and exit, and it just makes things a lot better. I don't know who would design their house like this, but they're kind of stupid. If I had a house, I'd probably make it, I think it'll have 2 doors. Cause wait, no, there's the entrance to the house, and then there's also the exit to the house, which is another door. So I think I'd have 2 doors. Then I'd also have a room, but I can just have like a door in the room, so that means there'd be 3 doors in the house, but not 3 doors in 1 room. 3 doors in 1 room is kind of crazy. Because 3 doors is more than 1 door, which is a lot of numbers to handle, because that's 3. Wait, this is part 3, and there's 3 doors. to the 3 doors to the Let's Play. 3 is more than 1. So how are they doing this? I watched too little TV. The Yendo's getting mad at me. Oh no. So this is part 3 of the Let's Play. Wait, is this part 3 or is it part 2? Wait, no, it's part 3. So, now that it's part 3 of the Let's Play, part 3 is more than 1. Wait. Okay, so, there's 3 different doors. So there's 3 animatronics. There's the talking guy, there's the TV guy, then there's Yendo. And Yendo is the main problem here. Without Yendo, then this game looks better. I kind of need Yendo, because Yendo's the guy. Okay, so in this game there's TV, and there's also doors, and there's... Okay, I think I'm getting it because I have to watch the TV, but I also have to close the doors. It's kind of a bad game mechanic, having to close this many doors. But in reality, I could just keep them closed than having to deal with this poop. Cause like, you know, like, so this is like the Let's Play. This is part 3. This is part 3 of the Let's Play. This is, there's more than 1. Okay, so this is 3. Wait, am I watching TV right now? I thought I was supposed to be surviving, but I guess I'm just watching TV for no reason. It's strange to add that as a mechanic, just watching TV and also closing doors. I'm starting to think there's too many doors in this game. Because one door is more than... Wait, one door is the... You would probably rather have one door than 0 doors. Because one door means there's an entrance to the location, but 0 doors means you can't even get in unless you, I guess, break the wall. Which I feel like you want to keep the walls around, because you need walls to protect from the wind. If there's too much wind, then it's bad for everybody, really. Because wind is not good for your health. Because wind is like, it's kind of like, it's like air, but it moves a lot. So wind is like how this Let's Play is the 3rd part, because there's 3 types of wind. There's the slow wind. Okay, so I have to close the door, and also I have to open the door so they can get in. But I also have to close it, if I